If you're watching this video, then you no doubt have probably watched the transmission bench videos. Let me first say I think they're excellent. Mr. James Williams does a superb job. I use them as the basis for rebuilding my AODE. There's absolutely no way I could have possibly have rebuilt my transmission without those videos. I have no affiliation with Transmission Bench, and actually I did not use any of their products in rebuilding my transmission. My plans for my Mustang called doubling the horsepower by putting a much more powerful engine in front of the transmission, so I wanted something that would stand up to a little bit more power. With that in mind, I used a high-performance kit and a converter from TCI Auto to rebuild my transmission. If you're doing a stock rebuild and have known slippage or engagement issues in the transmission, I don't see you go wrong by using a transmission bench kit. I think it would be an excellent investment. The TCI kit makes numerous changes in the clutch packs and in the valve body. The TCI kit is aimed at the enthusiast that wants a stronger transmission as well as a harder shifting transmission. This may not indeed be what you want for your standard car on a stock rebuild. On that basis, the TCI kit includes quite a few things that the transmission bench kit does not, as well as the transmission bench kit includes quite a few things that the TCI kit did not. While researching my rebuild, I did considerable research into what the standard parts houses have for kits as well. Most of the parts house kits do not include steels. To get to the same rebuild level with the TCI kit, I had to spend well over $100 more than I would have spent doing a stock rebuild kit with a transmission bench kit. This video is in no way to act as a substitute for the transmission bench videos. I couldn't hope to do that. The only thing this video is to show some differences I found in rebuilding my AODE and point out a few things that were not included in the video that may be of interest if you decide to rebuild an AODE transmission. Okay, let's talk Transgel. Do I consider it vital for a rebuild? Yes, I do. This particular can you're looking at came from Summit Racing. Use of Transgel will make installing all of your seals, especially those pesky cup seals, much easier. Never install anything in transmission dry. Always use Transgel or transmission fluid, but always make sure all of your components are wetted before you put them together for the final assembly. I can't overemphasize how much it is very important to make sure that you're extremely organized as you take this transmission down and put it back together. All of those bearings that are in there only have one place they go. They only install one way, and I don't think any of them will interchange. So if you mix them up, you're going to have some serious problems during your rebuild. Here's a little quick demo on installing the metal sealing rings. Note it makes the job a lot easier if you'll take a piece of wire, grind it into a D shape where it fits in the slot, then you can easily unlock the snap ring type arrangement here. The 1.5" output shaft rings are fairly easy to do. The pump rings, which are a little bit larger, required compression in my wood vise arrangement with my workbench before I could get the ring to unlock. And the tool is vital to unlock these rings. One of the items that he does not disassemble in the videos is the parking pawl assembly. If you're planning on taking the transmission to a car wash to thoroughly pressure wash the unit, it'd be a real good idea to take these three out. You've got a pin, the parking pawl, and a small spring, any one of which could go down the drain if you're not real careful with the transmission taken to a pressure washing area. In regard to the intermediate piston in the pump body, I expected this one to be a real bear. It turned out to be a pussycat. The trick here is to set the piston in place after you thoroughly coated your lip seals with Transgel. Use your finger to work the lip seal in just beyond the sealing surface on the pump body. On an AODE, the forward clutch and reverse clutch pack steels are close, but they're not the same. The frictions will interchange, so watch that one. You want to make sure you get the right frictions with the right clutches. The forward clutch steels are about 40 thousandths smaller in diameter than the reverse clutch steels. You can put direct clutch steels in the reverse drum, but not the other way around. When you're installing the one-piece Teflon seals, I found out that lots of transmission gel makes the job go a whole lot easier. You don't have to do the resizing routine. You just have to take your time and slick them up real good with transmission gel and they'll go on. In regard to the torque converter, always check your pallet bushing setback from the front of the transmission to get a baseline as to where the converter should be reinstalled at. If you're going to reuse a converter, make sure you take it and have it flushed out thoroughly at a transmission shop. Don't just take it and install it as you remove it from the transmission. In my case, I was putting in a new converter. Always use what I've heard called the 3-clunk rule. First clunk is the output shaft, the second clunk is the stator shaft, and the final clunk is when the torque converter engages the pump. Make sure that the pallet bushing is at least set back exactly where it was when the transmission was disassembled. Under no circumstances should you ever try to put the transmission back in the car with the pallet bushing sticking out more. I've had several of you tell me that I sound like Elvis, so thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Check back often. I got lots more coming. Take care, man. Be good.